Okay, my Libras, you know what time it is. Woohoo! I don't know if I need my glasses or not. I'll put them to the side just in case, because you never know. Okay, I think we're getting close to the ending of our unboxing. This is called, oh, well, you probably can't see it like that, right? This is called the Psychic Tarot. And, okay, confusion, face of confusion. It says Psychic Tarot, and then it says Oracle Deck right underneath. That's why I made that face. It's either one or the other. It's got a guidebook. I'm going to tell you, the last two decks I've opened have not had a guidebook. Shame on you. So, I haven't been spilling the tea, but I'm going to do it on this video. So, here we go. For those that, with your beautiful wisdom, and please forgive me, this is just a cutout, right? Just forgive me, and then I'll do the introduction, and I'll start with your tarot. For those that are producing these beautiful decks, okay? Newsflash. You're trying to save money. You're trying to save paper. You're trying to not have to recycle so much. So you're putting these SKUs on the back of these decks. Unfortunately for the tarot readers, you're making it harder. And believe it or not, you make it that much harder to obtain the booklet, because what if the reader doesn't have a printer? What if the printer is an inkjet printer that the whole ink well goes to just one book? Newsflash, that's a waste. So you're not saving, you're making us waste more. Plus, when they come out the size of coloring books, well, then that's not saving paper, that's wasting paper. Just put the books back in the tarot decks. Please, for the love of God, we enjoy your decks. And please also stop using recycled paper. It hurts our fingers. You don't laminate, you don't do anything, you don't gloss them, and it hurts. It tears up our fingers. Not to mention the fact that we can't use the tarot cards for much longer because they wear very easily, and in some instances they already come torn and frayed from the back. Okay, off my soapbox, because that's what I've been wanting to say to the producers of these tarot decks. One day when I produce my own, you best believe it's going to have the damn guidebook in here, and it's not going to be on cheap paper. So, without further ado, my name is Victoria Violet. I am your tarot reader for this channel, which is my channel, Gypsy Roots Travel, Tarot and Travel. I always forget to mention that portion. But if you see the beautiful scenery around New Hampshire or other places I've been, then you would know that some of my channel is geared towards travel as well. So, with my returning people, I am so enamored with you. You just keep on surprising me, and it's just so beautiful. I think I'm 220 subscriptions away from reaching 2,000, and I'm just really excited about that. And I think I'm 45 hours away from reaching 1,000 view hours, which is a fourth of what I need. So that's going to be 1 down and 3 to go. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. Yeah. For people that are just now viewing me, you've never been here before, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you stay. I hope that you decide that this is your home. I understand everybody watches 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 tarot readers. I hope I will be one of them that you choose to stay with. And if you don't like tarot, please do scroll away. Life is too short for me to be arguing with you as to why I need to do tarot and you don't. Just scroll away, okay? Go away, go into the light. For my beautiful, I call you beautiful because I know you're here, my beautiful cross watchers. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember, I don't even know that you subscribed unless you comment. So, cross-watcher, you won't tell on yourself by subscribing. You might as well. You owe me $100 million anyway for all the tarot that I've done for the last 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks of July, so you might as well go ahead and, give me a shout out or do something for me, cross-watcher. All right, without further ado, we're going to break into this psychic tarot and see what it has to tell me. I do take a minute to shuffle and for my introduction. So if you don't like introductions, again, you're welcome to scroll forward. The only time I may not do shuffling is if the camera is acting up, YouTube is acting up, or it's a 1 minute tarot. Sometimes I don't have enough time. I'm like, because it goes so fast, guys. Sometimes the amount of time I have to produce the video, it's like, wow, that's a long time. And then sometimes it's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it finishes and I have to redo it because it's not enough time to even speak correctly. Okay. All right, for Libra, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Sun, moon, rising, and all that other good stuff. This is for entertainment purposes. I don't put it in the description, but it should be in there. However, I take my tarot seriously. I am a tarot reader. I've been doing this for 30 years. I am a master tarot reader, and I take my readings seriously. If you don't, that's okay. Take it with a grain of salt. If it offends you, if it upsets you, please do see your local medical professional. Okay, with that said, let us go, baby, go. Let's see what we get. I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, I got confused for a minute. I was like, what do you mean you're a tarot oracle card? Oh wow, I don't know if this is supposed to depict the sun, but oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. For those of you that wear glasses, please don't wear your glasses when I do this. I am apt to do that because I love showing the detail. I don't know if y'all know this or if y'all caught this from the time that I posted that one video. I love tarot because the cards are gorgeous. I mean, come on. They go all out. They do such a great job, and it's all for us. And the whole thing about tarot is, you know, if you've read one tarot deck, you're probably good for another. You already know it. You're burned on them. So of course I'm doing it because I want to see what they look like. Yes, I want to know. Hope. How beautiful is that? Giving us hope. Oh, emotional withdrawn. Oh wow, I wonder what that's about, guys. Emotionally withdrawn. It might just, depending, it might just be that you need to emotionally withdraw. It might just mean that someone out there that's listening to this or comes across this video needs to emotionally withdraw. I told y'all in one video about a week ago that Spirit wanted you to break away from family, away from friends, in the household. I don't care if you're in the restroom, whatever, in your car, at work, at your lunch hour, whatever, because it feels like sometimes we're so surrounded by people that we can't think, we can't hear our own thoughts. So it might be something like that. The solar plexus chakra. Are you having tummy problems? Is somebody having tummy problems? Sometimes when we've got to get our solar plexus chakra to be balanced, oh God, please, the Emperor energy, don't come back again, because that Emperor energy was OMG. Heesh. That person made me so sick all the time. I was constantly belching and I felt like I was going to lose my cookies. No offense to anybody, but if you are having tummy problems or you feel aching or pain, I'm not a doctor. Please go see your doctor. Very least, please go take some Tums because you're making me sick. Also, please do not forget to drink water. Let's see what the solar plexus is all about. Campfire? No. This is conflict and defeat. Who's feeling this, guys? Because it's certainly not me. I came in right as rain. Holy macaroni. Who's going through this? Through this conflict. So it is your solar plexus. There is hope. But this is the despair that somebody is feeling. What on God's green earth? Memories of love. Somebody's conflicted with memories of love. How beautiful, but how painful as well. You know, let me tell you something. Even though y'all may not want to hear this, please bear with me, okay? Let me explain myself. If you suddenly are getting together with somebody who's had a relationship that was a committed relationship, and they're leaving that relationship, put yourself in their shoes if you've ever had a committed relationship. Why do I say that to people that most likely you don't want to hear something like that? I know I don't. Because just like before you met this person, you may have had a committed relationship that then broke apart. And when you were breaking apart from that relationship, before you broke apart, you thought it was going to be the forever one, didn't you? And surprise, surprise, it wasn't that way. So give this person the ability, because it looks like, you know, they're mourning the love they used to have with someone. They're mourning it. What does that mean? That means that at one time, not now, but at one time, that relationship, they thought they were going to stay in for the rest of their life. And it's not that way. So perhaps at this moment, they're mourning that. And in a way, that's a good thing, because you don't mourn something that's not dead. I'm going to say that again. There's no reason for you to be in mourning if something is not passed away, if something's not done. So if somebody is in mourning, that means that relationship is a done deal. Even if they were still in the house with that person, even if they're still have to communicate with them due to kids, dividing of finances or anything like that, that's Max Neeks. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Sorry, I'm just hot-natured all the time. Isn't this beautiful? It's the only one I kept. So I'm sorry, but somebody's going through a lot. But there is a lot of hope there, because that's the first card that came out. Recognition and reward. So something is being rewarded or awarded to someone. Let's see what that is. Surprising? Is this surprising? Suffering in silence. It's like, oh my God. It's what I'm seeing is, if it's not one of my Libra collective, then unfortunately, here we go, cross watcher, yet again. Whoever this is not talking about their suffering. So even if you're in communication with this person, they're not telling you that they are suffering. And they're suffering in silence. And I don't like the way that looks. So sad. Deception and envy. There's a lot of deception and envy in that past relationship. Again, so sad. And you know, before I came in, didn't y'all hear the way I was spunky and I was uplifting and blah, blah, blah. And now I feel like I'm so exhausted. Like I'm tired, lethargic, depressed, down on myself. Like not much gives me joy or pleasure. And y'all have to remember I'm an empath, so that's not a good thing. I don't like to feel these things. So obviously I'm going to have to go and cleanse myself when I'm done. Solitude. So we already had somebody that was sitting in solitude to begin with, and that was not the card of solitude. That was the card of conflict and defeat. Was that the conflict? No, that wasn't it. No, I knew it wasn't it. Yeah, suffering in silence. Suffering in silence and solitude. Whoever this is, they're going through it, man. They're going through it. They might be putting on a brave face. They might be putting on a face that makes you think that everything's right as rain for them, or they're on top of the world, nothing is bothering them. Au contraire. Au contraire. Something's up. Wow. Do y'all see why sometimes it's hard for me as a reader and as a human or a person having a human experience to hate on the cross watcher, because yeah, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I mean, I would be the first one, being a female Libra, that's like off with her head. I'll take my sword and do it myself. But sometimes I don't have a choice as a being of light to give compassion or to lend compassion, because it's like, okay, yes, we want retribution of sorts, right? We want it because it's only right. But if you ever loved this person, then at the same time, you have to, depending on what they did to you, right? I'm not talking about abuse, physical, verbal, mental. No, they get what they get and whatever. But I'm talking about in general, if they couldn't be with you because they had obligations that for whatever reason they chose instead of you, yes, it hurt a lot, but at the same time, God is the one that's dishing out the retribution for you. And at times, believe it or not, because I always reflect back on my time of doing, magic, right? And knowing and, being in that community. And I respect the community, so please, people, don't come at me. But being someone that doesn't do, magic anymore because of my own, desires, right? I can tell you that people want to take retribution in their own hands because it's that easy, babies. If you know how to do magic, it's that easy. But let me tell you, and I've told y'all this before in other videos, and I'm going to disclose it there again. There are reads that we have to take, and, during our initiation. And when we take those reads, we cannot be working magic against people, even if they do us, wrong. We can't do magic to bring them back, in other words. And then, I'm not saying don't do it. To the community out there, y'all do what y'all want, because it's not my karma. That's up to you. But what I'm making a point of is this. Do you know that there's nothing I can do to someone short of taking their 6 feet under? And I wouldn't ever do that. God always has had a way of doing things in front of my face, meaning I always find out of bad things that have happened to people that have really wronged me. Not just wronged me and hurting my feelings, but really, really wronged me in my life. Oh gosh, vengeance is mine, says the Lord, and He means it. So think on that before you try, to hate to the point to where you're soiling your own soul. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Do what you will and harm none. Do whatever you want to do, as long as it harms none. But remember, it does come back if it's not justified. But when God does it, I'm not kidding you, and I'm not gloating, but I've seen people having strokes. People have died of overdoses and things like that, but they were calling me out my name, saying stupid things about me. So I'm not saying that I approve or don't approve. That's between God and whatever He feels like doing to these people. How do I know that happened to them directly affecting because of what they did to me? To tell you the truth, I don't know 100%, but I will tell you that they were fine before. That's all I have to say. God handles His business. You follow God, God handles His business. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to soil yourself. You don't have to incur karma. God handles business. Let's carry on. Let's see what else. Gosh, this is so sad. It says, prosperity. Prosperity begins. Prosperity begins. Sometimes, and we got that, I got it from another deck, but I don't want to show it to you because I wanted to use that other deck, but at the same time, you know what? I'll show it to you anyway. See, it says abundance. And I haven't been able to use that deck either, because in this particular deck that I'm holding, it's more user friendly. But in this one, I actually do have to go to the library and download the dang book, and hope that it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to download it, or sit and write down all of the meanings behind all those cards, in case that there's differing meanings. Because that's the other thing that I'm not sure you guys are aware of, is that, like, let's say if it was my deck, I can put attributes to those cards that don't necessarily go to those cards, but they're added attributes than just the everyday traditional tarot, because I put my signature on it, in other words. So that's why I have to look them up, because I want to be accurate with y'all. I don't want to just give you a half-ass reading, okay? Sorry to say it like that, but that's me. But prosperity comes in after all of this hidden loneliness, hidden solitude, hidden aloneness. So it's different. Aloneness and loneliness are two different things. You can be alone and not be lonely, okay? Be careful with what you believe. But that just, oh gosh, I'm sorry. It just hurt me when memories of love. I've been there. Man. Haven't you ever, I mean, I'm sure you're here because of that. Haven't you ever had somebody that you're so in love with and you think you're going to stay with them for the rest of your life, and you don't ever think it's just going to end? You just don't think it's going to end, because that's not written in the stars, right? It's not written in the stars for it to end, and then it ends. Well, sometimes it ends only to begin again, and those are the good ones. When they can come back, changed. Look, this is my philosophy, and again, this is just tarot. What I mean by that is, you have your free will, and I will never take that or implicate that I'm trying to tell you what to do. I will never do that, because it's not my job to, unless I see something that's really bad, and then I'll start saying, can you please reach out to the hotlines? That's when you'll hear me saying that, because I see something really bad. Pardon. But as for the other, you have free will. So it doesn't matter what I see or don't see. You still have the ultimate decision, the last word on what happens to your life. Okay? That's what I mean. So I'm just saying that it hurts. It hurts to be in a broken up relationship. And even if it hurts you right this moment to be in this relationship that may be broken between you and someone else at present. But what I am saying is this, and I hear myself going nasal because my allergies are kicking in again. What I am saying is this: there's a season for everything. What is the saying? Sometimes people come into your life for a season, and sometimes they come in for a lifetime. Okay? So, for this person that I'm looking at right now, their karmic was only for a season and not a lifetime. But when they did get married or did come together with that person, they did believe that it was for a lifetime. So they are mourning the death. Again, when there's no reason, pardon me, wardrobe malfunction here, there's no reason to mourn if it's not done. You don't mourn until that person dies, if they happen to be in the hospital, right? I'm just saying hypothetically, right? If your puppy dog passes away, God forbid, you don't mourn until, it's done. You still have hope. You still have, unwritten chapters, right? With that person that you think you're going to write. But when you're mourning, because you know it's dead. You know it's dead. So let them mourn. Let them, because you don't want somebody on a rebound. The other thing to note is only time is going to tell with this particular reading. Only time is going to tell whether this person is in your life or coming back into your life for a season or a lifetime. if you work together with this person and help them to heal, then things can start growing again. Because in this instance, it's not about prosperity of money. Not in that instance. That's about prosperity here in your heart chakra opening up and healing again, your psyche being healed again. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I'm telling you, and on a spiritual level, there's some healing that has to take place. You can be part of the healing, or you can be part of, I'm sorry, you need to go heal yourself, and then once you're healed, come back to me. I'm going to say this again. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, Victoria Violet, I cannot believe you're siding with, I'm not siding with anybody. When you love somebody, love is unconditional. If they come back and they are done, they're done. There's nothing left to that marriage or relationship from the past except a skeleton. It's done. That skeleton is ready to be put into a coffin, and the coffin needs to be closed and put 6 feet under. It's done. It's up to you whether you're going to be part of the healing process so that you can see whether that person is going to be part of your future for a lifetime or not. If not, then they were only here for a season, my loves. That's what I've been trying to say. And only you can make that choice because you have free will. I hope that this helps somebody. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry because I am an empath. This freaking hurts. So I'm going to end it here because I'm going to cry. Because I'm telling you, my job is not to judge. My job is here as a teacher. My job is here as a spiritual advisor. My job is here as a guide. And it doesn't matter in this instance how much damage they may or may not have done. I'm looking at it from the outside. I'm not on the inside. And I'm seeing somebody that is so crushed. So crushed. And I know you've been there before. And that's why I mentioned if you could possibly be part of the healing, that would be great. But if you can't, because you're still hurting, then maybe this person needs to only be in your life for a season, and that's it. That's it. And they need to be in their solitude when they can be. They need to be suffering in silence, you know, if that's what it takes. Because it's just not, it's not good. It's not good. I think it's the same person that had the solar plexus issues, and it's just bad. It's really, really bad. Conflict and despair. Conflict and despair. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. Remember, this is a reading for people that are in separation. This is not a reading for people that are having a wonderful, beautiful marriage and relationship. This is not for you. It's a story for you, but it's not a story about you. I hope, I hope to God that whoever has this sorrow that's so big in their heart and soul right now, that they can find a way to heal. They can find a way to walk into something beautiful in the future and walk towards something lovely and leave all this pain behind, because I'm telling you, you can't get more than this. You can't get more than that. And you can tell me, but Victoria, they deserve it. And I'm gonna say, yeah. I'm 100%. I'm keeping it 100. Yeah, you're right. They deserve it. But as an empath, I feel the pain. So what do you want me to do about that? But feel the sorrow that they're feeling right now. So they may have inflicted some really, really shitty pain on you. Well, guess what? Now they're feeling the shitty pain themselves. And if that makes you happy, then so be it. I'm not your judge. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to do the reading. But I can tell you that if this person comes back into your life, you can be part of their healing and they can be part of your future. Or you can be part of the past, their past, and let them suffer and heal on their own. For a season, for a lifetime. Much love, much light. Till we meet again. Bye.